What if Paul Biya wins again? Yes, we are talking about Paul Biya, the 92-year-old president of Cameroon, who's been in power since 1982. That's over 40 years in office. And now he's reportedly seeking another term in the October 2025 elections. But the real question is, what does that mean for Cameroon? Will it bring more stability or more stagnation? Can the country move forward under the same leadership in a changing world? Stay with me because what you're about to hear might shock you. If you're watching this video now and you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly hit the red button and subscribe, and also turn on notification bell so you get notified each time we drop a new video. Let's quickly rewind. Paul Biya became president in 1982 after serving as prime minister. Since then, he's ruled Cameroon through multiple constitutional changes, rising tensions, and global shifts. Some call him the silent strategic ruler. Others say he's become detached from the people, governing from afar, mostly from Switzerland. He is now one of the oldest and the longest serving leaders in the world. That alone makes this upcoming election historical.
Leadership has done little to tackle Cameroon's economic problems. Neighbor Julius runs a mobile phone repair shop. He dropped out of school because he couldn't afford the fees. And he says even graduates struggle to make a living.
When you look for work, you don't find any at all. There are no companies employing people. For example, here in the city of Buea, there are not many companies capable of employing even 500 people. There are a lot of graduates and undergraduates, but there are no jobs.
Biya's main opponent is opposition.
So where does Cameroon stand today? The economy is struggling with youth unemployment, inflation and poverty. The Anglophone crisis continues to fuel division and bloodshed. Corruption is deeply rooted, and freedom of speech, well, it's walking on eggshells. Many young Cameroonians are leaving the country in search of hope abroad. And yet, Biya still has a loyal base. Some believe he's the only one who can keep Cameroon from collapsing. But what happens
youth leader Lena
if
Fabrice
he
disagrees.
wins again?
It's going to be disastrous if Biya becomes president of Cameroon again, because this will be the elastic limit of patience for Cameroonians, for myself, for members of our future movement, for members of so many other political parties that I know in this country, for the Gen Z generation. We've lost a lot of good brains already to America, Europe, and other parts of the world because of political frustration, political instability, and the mismanagement of the current regime and the current president. So imagine another 7 years.
Neighbor hopes the next 7 years, no matter who is in power, will bring something truly new for young people like himself.
Let's look at 3 possible scenarios if Paul Biya wins again in October 2025. Number 1, continuity and control. Cameroon stays exactly where it is. Biya keeps a tight grip on power. The same ministers, the same system, the same slow pace. For some, that's stability. For others, it's more decay. Number 2, rising tensions. A win could spark civil unrest. Youths are tired. The Anglophone regions are angry. Opposition parties might not stay silent. If Biya wins, will it be peaceful? Or will it awaken a new wave of protest and political violence? Number 3, a silent transition. Some believe a Biya victory is just a cover for something deeper. Is he planning handover power behind the scene? Maybe to a trusted ally or even to his son Frank Biya. Number 4, what Cameroonians are saying. On the streets of Douala, Yaoundé and Boya, the air is thick with uncertainty. We need change, says one young graduate who has been unemployed for 3 years. He is old, but he's the only leader we've known, says an elderly woman selling at the market. Some fear Biya's leadership has become a symbol of African autocracy, while others fear what might happen without him. And let's not forget, most of Cameroon's population is under 30. They've never known another president. Imagine living your whole life under one leader. World powers are watching closely. Will the African Union say anything? Will France, China, or the US intervene quietly if things escalate? Cameroon is strategically important. It's rich in resources, but it's also on the edge of a deep internal conflict. If Biya wins, will the world say congratulations? Or we are concerned?
Any president. But for us to be able to defeat Mr. Biya, there's need for the opposition, the Cameroonians in its entirety, the people of Cameroon, to work hard individually and collectively, from registering, from voting and protecting their votes, raising awareness and sensitization on the need for people to vote and the need for necessary changes in Cameroon. Yes, it's easier to defeat Mr. Biya, or it's not impossible to defeat Mr. Biya on the ballot box.
Now, imagine this. It's 2025. Biya is still president. The youth are more frustrated. Social media is on fire. The gap between the rich and the poor has grown wider. The political elite continue to rotate power within the same circle. Or what if Biya shocks everyone by stepping down mid-term? What if this is a planned farewell tour, marked as another campaign?
Happens that he's not able to govern the country, then we would need to call another elections. And that's my worry, because at 93, it's not just about somebody dying. But I personally think that, first of all, I want to put it on record that age is not a limiting factor for somebody to run for elections, to be a president, because it's a fundamental right. You can be a president at whatever age. But realistically, in a country where majority, about 70% of the population are young men and women, you cannot tell me that it's a 93-year-old person who is the best candidate to be the president of a country. Let's be honest, because at 93, you don't have a future, you have a past. You cannot be building, cannot be building for the future, because there are going to be health issues as a result of age, which is normal, okay? It happens. If you have lived with an aging parent, you would attest to the fact that at a certain age, their reasoning faculty reduces, their strength, their ability and capacity to work definitely reduces. Mr. Biya is not different. So definitely, if he wins in October, I believe that he will not be able to complete the mandate. And then there will be the need for another election. Why do we waste the money, the limited resources that we don't have? Why would the ruling party not have another candidate, who is also a member of the CPDM party, who is also a Republican, to replace a 93-year-old? I really, to be honest, I'll give you a simple example. If you want to, and I tell my friends in the CPDM, the ruling party, that if you go to a bus stop and you want to get into a bus and the driver is 80 years, you will not get into that bus. If you people are doing a monthly contribution where you pool your resources together, we call it Tonting on Jangi in Cameroon, where at the end of each month, one person benefits from what you guys have contributed. If the first person to benefit from that money is 80 or 85 years, nobody will put his money there. So if you cannot give your life as an individual to a bus driver or conductor, or to somebody, you guys are in a Tonting or in Jangi, how do you give the lives of 30 million persons in the hands of one person who say? So I to be honest, I don't really understand the mindset of those who are advocating for Mr. Biya to run.
Here is the truth. Nobody really knows. But one thing is certain. This election could define Cameroon's future for decades. Will it be more of the same? Or will this be the final chapter of one of Africa's longest presidency? So now, I turn the question to you. What do you think will happen if Paul Biya wins again? Will it be peace or chaos, legacy or tragedy? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more eye-opening contents like this. Thank you. It's Blessing Viral. See you in the next video.